ground and it'll support the equipment. But I had trouble back in there. I got stuck twice in there around that hole where the water is. Earlier, not today, but a couple weeks ago. And, you know, but I was amazed at how well actually it did go compared to what some other years have been, where it's been about this wet. So,
yeah, we were down like in Lenawee yesterday, and there we only caught one harvester in action.
Yeah.
And everything, and the fields were, a lot of them were wet. So we're hoping today.
Oh, it goes all the way down and around. It's a huge area.
Yeah.
There are a lot of soybeans out in the fields yet.
You know, with soybeans, now when you typically plant winter wheat, do you do it after you do a soybean field?
Well, in these later years, that's what we've been doing. I don't have any wheat planted this year. I didn't have any beans.
Okay.
But I haven't got any wheat planted. I had my ground already, and it started raining, and we never got it in.
Okay.
This is amazing. It's this new ground we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm glad I caught you with your Massey Ferguson, because you mentioned that you had a Massey Ferguson.
It's an old machine, just 4 rows. You know, I explained it's in wide rows and everything. You know, I'm not getting the yields that these other guys are getting. Don't get me wrong. But see, this is all what you call food grade corn. There's not a drop of chemical on that.
Yeah.
Not one drop. And everything else is sprayed, you know, with all this stuff. Now you make the decision of what you want to eat, you know.
Right,
I'm not getting any premium on it. You know, I'm hauling it in the same elevator. But I'm trying to establish, you know, that it can be done.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we got to give up something in yield, but hopefully we could somehow get a premium price. I mean, there is an organic market, but this doesn't qualify for that organic because I did put commercial nitrogen on the field.
Okay.
And with that, you have to use natural sources of nitrogen. So I'm not organic, but it's all not GMO. In other words, it's not genetically modified corn. And even though there are chemicals that you could use on it, I didn't. I cultivated it 3 times. I thought I might see you sometime when I was cultivating. I mean, one day down here started raining. I got just absolutely soaked.
Huh.
I mean, I ran water out of my shoes when I got home.
Wow.
It ran right, you know. And that's the kind of a year it's been. It's been just extremes of moisture, you know. And at home I had 2/10 of an inch that day. We probably had an inch down here or more.
Huh.
And it's only 2 miles or a mile and a half.
Well, I don't think it's going to rain for the next 5 days.
Well,
There's nothing
going to be good. So a lot of people are going to get, you know, some of their crops off, and you know, hopefully before we get any more or get snow or something, you know, that's all we're hoping for.
Yeah, I was looking at an old video of mine on November 21st, 2014. I filmed a harvester doing it in the snow. And
well,
it was so I think it was corn.
We've had to do that. It's not nice. I mean, corn you can do in the snow, you know, if you got a few inches of snow.
Yeah.
But you couldn't do soybeans like that, because beans you're right down on the ground.
Now, is your farm the one that has the Massey Ferguson old combines outside of the barn? Is that your farm? You know what farm I'm talking about? It's probably not your farm then. No. It's over a few miles that away off Austin Road.
No.
And there's like a couple Massey Fergusons. Looks like they're abandoned outside of the barn.
No, I think I know who you're talking about over there. That's the Weaver boys. My farm is just around the corner up here. See where the green roof is on the barn? And the road goes around the corner there.
Okay.
And it goes west. And then about almost a mile up the road on the right-hand side is where my farm is.
Wow.
So that's where I live. But yeah, I don't have any old Massey combine. Oh, it's an old Massey combine. And I do have one in the barn, but it's not sitting out by the road.
And how much more you got to do?
Well, just this here. It'll go on 2 loads here. I won't get done today because I've been hauling it down to Maumee, Ohio. To the grain elevator, the big terminal in Maumee.
Oh, you've been going all the way down there?
I've hauled some over here to Marion's on 12. Oh, it's sad what happened over there. Joanne, she was running, she passed away.
Oh, sorry.
A week ago.
Sorry to hear.
She was like only 55.
Wow.
Her dad died about 20 years ago in one of the grain bins. That's the grain elevator right on 12.
Yeah. I filmed that like 7 years ago.
This is her family. You know, we've grown up. We know these people. And so she had and there's a little uncertainty about what it was. Some said it was some complication of COVID, but somehow she got a blood clot.
Oh, wow.
She was in the hospital, I guess, and they couldn't save her.
Oh, that
Yeah,
sucks.
and a funeral is today, so their elevator's closed.
Huh.
And they have other elevators. They have a one here in Saline, they got one in Britain, and one in Dundee. So
Right.
and you know, a lot of the local, and I did haul some of my corn in there. You know, like I'd take a load over there, then I'd load the truck at night, and in the morning I'd take it down. But the last few loads I've been taking all down
Huh.
to Anderson's. I'm trying to get one load done a day.
Now, would you say, like, with farmers, like you like if they're going to plant winter wheat, like, will they be doing their soybean crops today or
Well, I don't think they're going to be doing much wheat anymore. Even if they get the beans off, it's too late.
Too
You
late.
know, unless we get a month of 60-degree weather here in November or something. I don't know.
You need
It's
that
crazy.
winter wheat to grow a little
It's got to
bit.
sprout.
It's got to sprout.
It's got to vernalize in the fall in order to form ahead the next spring. So,
So it's too late right
well,
now.
in normal years it would be, but this is completely different. We don't
Wow.
know. You know, I may still plant wheat up there. You know, if we get a long stretch of
Warm weather,
yeah,
warmer.
60, 70-degree days. I don't know, but typically you wouldn't.
Yeah.
You
Well,
wouldn't do that. It's just, and I don't think we will, but you know, I can't say for sure.
Huh.
So
Are you going to go up one more
yeah, I'm
time
going to
then?
make another round here. I don't know if I'll get all the way around. It'll be full. I've got like a little over a half a hopper. I'm going to try to make one more round here. Yeah, you can follow through on the other one.
okay if I put this on here? It won't. 60-pound weight. My first Massey Ferguson ride.
Get in and we'll close the door there till I gotta watch my thing in the back there. I don't know if you got not a very comfortable seat there, but
No, this is great, man.
my wife's gonna be, she's gonna take, yeah, it's locked.
No, you know, I rode a case 7120. I think it was the 7120, and I actually drove it.
Is that right?
Yeah, my farmer friend Jim, he goes, "You want to drive it?" I'm like, "Yeah." That was a lot of fun. A little nervous, but really good time.
It's a different experience, isn't it?
Oh, for sure.
I don't want to sit there.
So this doesn't have a heater, I take it, eh?
Well, it does, but I don't have it on. Normally, I get enough heat here from the engine, you know, once we get going here a little bit.
Yeah, I ran into my other farmer friend with the Massey 550.
Did you?
Yeah, he's just he's over by Ridge Road,
Oh,
and I think he's in Monroe, if I'm not mistaken. But he only has 80 acres, and he was doing soybeans.
let me
Mind your way at all?
well, open that door. I gotta hear if that star chopper's going. Yeah. Okay. Shut it again. That noise in the back there.
Oh, yeah.
But one time here this day, the belt ran off, and if the belt runs off, and you don't catch it, the whole machine would plug up. Oh, you'd have a horrible time.
Well, I can see how you can see the corn back there too.
Something in
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, And so far I'm not getting any premium price. But I think one of these days, and there's more interest all the time in this organic in our food supply.
Right.
You know, about what we might be doing with some of the stuff that we're, it's like this climate change. You don't realize it until it gets to the point where, all of a sudden you can't ignore it anymore. And so this is why I'm trying. My situation's a little bit different. Everything I own is paid for. I don't have to have a huge income here.
Yeah.
And I got a lot less actually in this crop than the people who are using the genetic modification, because they've got to buy that seed that has those traits. That typically runs around $300 a bag. And I was showing you a bag of seed corn.
Yeah.
This is less than 100. So I got $25 an acre, and I got a less population because I'm in 40-inch rows than they do. They're in 30. They got probably 33,000 plants to an acre, and I'd be lucky if I got 22,000. So with less population, I use less seed, but I'm getting a bigger ear and a stronger stalk. So that makes up some of the difference, but it still is not going to make up the difference like that corn over there will go better than this.
And the ground looks nice and firm.
Well,
with all the rain we had, I'm surprised.
But this is sandy ground and the water will go down through it. You get up on the clay, and you don't have to go far, just around the corner there and up the hill.
A lot more
and that water sits in that ground.
Right.
And it's, people are having problems, getting stuck. Like I say, they're going in some of the field. This field over here was, but this is all gravel around here. There's gravel pits all around here.
How long have you had this Massey?
I've had this since the early 2000s.
Early 2000s?
Yeah, and it's about an 86 or something. So
1986?
Something like that, yeah. So it was like 16 years old. I might have been 2002 when I got it. So it was like 18 years old, and I've had it. And it's getting a lot of hours on it and everything, but for my small operation, it's getting me done.
Yeah. The other Massey 550 is a 1980 Massey.
Is it?
Yep.
Well, they made them, I think from the late 70s into about the mid 80s. This is one of the later ones. One of the last few years. But ironically, some of the earlier ones were actually better machines, because toward the end, Massey got into trouble financially. It was when some of these farm equipment companies were having problems because the farm economy was bad and they weren't selling much equipment. So that's when Case and IH went together. John Deere is the only one that kind of stayed in the same company. And so what I found out after I had this machine, the dealer told me, he said at the end there, Massey, the company, was cutting some corners to try to get, a few machines out yet to sell them before they went under. For example, he said the last 500 engines, this is what he said, I'm just repeating what this long-term Massey dealer down in Ohio where I got this combine. He said the last 500 engines that Massey bought from Perkins is an English company. They made the diesel engines, good engines. But those last 500 engines they bought without a warranty.
And when you bought this,
to buy them cheaper.
How did you get it up here from Ohio?
Well, someone trucked it. The dealer made arrangements with some trucker and they hauled it up here.
Right, that's cool.
But now, a lot of combines that are coming from there, people are driving them home.
Yeah.
It's actually cheaper than to have them trucked. Of course, They take the header off. So this is just a small. So these others are, you know, twice as wide and more.
Yeah, this corn looks really good.
Oh, that's beautiful here. You're gonna take something with you. Take them along.
I can feed the trumpeter swans.
Gosh, I guess. Yeah. You can tell your animals that they're getting a food grade corn here. There's no chemical residues or any modification in that.
Well, there's one trumpeter swan by the pond by my house in Plymouth Township. His flight feathers did not develop correctly.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, so when the pond freezes over, I'll have to try and rescue him and take him to the Cow Nature Preserve of rehabilitation.
Well, that's sad, but I guess if we do that, it'll save them.
Yeah, then next year the flight feathers will come in.
Oh, they'll come back. Can you look out back and see if it's coming over the side or the top? If it is, I got it.
Oh, it's close up there. It's not it's over. It's not over.
Photographer also?
Yeah, we both love photography.
Oh, that's great.
She's got a better eye on the still pictures than I do. And also the video.
a lot of repetition. I keep doing that again. Did you get your ear of corn?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Take it along. Your wife can make you some like cornmeal muffins or something like that.
Well, she makes some pretty good sweets here, Earl.
I grind it in yeah, sweets.
These are for you.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I'm not much into sweets. I mean, I eat that corn. I grind it. I put it in with my cereal in the morning. Make it like a flour.
Really?
Yeah, I put it in and eat it. You know, I grind sweet too. You know, more natural. You know, it's high fiber. It's good. I mean, this is good too. Don't get me wrong.
All right, well,
I like it.
I'll see you again if not, man. Have a good year.
Yeah,
okay?
well, you too.